Oh, this is absolutely appalling. I'm not going to show this on the video. Sorry. If you are watching this on the video, it means I forgot to edit it out. It doesn't matter. Go whichever. Someone's got sick of waiting.
I need to get closer.
Oh, for fuck's sake. What an arsehole. Do you know what? If this doesn't go anywhere, what's going on here? I'm just going to go to the shops and get some muffins. Late night shopping. No queues at least. Just all the staff putting the shit out for the next day. Okay, that's that. I'm off to get muffins. Blueberry. Oh, yes. So, as you can tell, it's been a bit of argy-bargy getting gameplay video this week. Been signing up for a lot of dungeons, taking a long time to queue up. There's not that many people signing up. People disbanding quite quickly. They seem tougher. The actual damage we're taking seems a lot tougher than in past builds as well. So yeah, eventually I've managed to get enough. So sorry about the slight delay there. So what I'm going to go through is my thoughts as I'm playing it and playing on the new abilities. It doesn't cover absolutely every new ability. If you want me to go through all the abilities from a theoretical point of view, there's a link down there. I've already done the video on that. If you're not sure if this is the most up-to-date video, then click on the playlist to see if it's the most up-to-date. This is update 6. If there's a bigger number, it's probably been updated. Then what I'm going to do is go over some logs at the end. I've logged it, put the link in the comments below. And finally, I'm just going to go over my pros and cons. Oh, my God. Right, so I'll just go for general. What I might consider general dungeoneering, really. Final verdicts. Good for single target and AoE when you switch between them. Zeal, more of an AoE one, but you know, it's gives you the haste buff. Fists of Justice, Blade of Wrath, again a nice flexible one. Justicar's Vengeance. Divine Steed. Oh, what have I done? Divine Steed I am going to get rid of because it don't work still. Now in an AoE situation, might as well use the Judgment debuff, but there's no point in holding on to stuff for it because, quite frankly, the debuff only works on the primary target now, which is a bit crap. They really need to add something in so that we can use AoE with our mastery. There has been, you know, talk about maybe they could give us what was Mass Judgment baseline, but without the extra AoE or duration increase for the Judgment debuff, just to let it spread the debuff to the other mobs. That would be fine. Go, go, go.
It's so good to fight again.
Oops. Ah, damn it. Completely forgotten the open out. Get away with it though.
My blaze thunder.
What does that mean? I'm really looking at my bars down below, I have to say. If he starts doing stuff, I might not notice. Oh. Just using execution sentence where I can, then building up a bit. Then using... Oh no, don't do that. I might have cocked up there. I've used Judgment at exactly the same time as Execution Sentence. I'm not sure if I would have missed that there. Oh, okay. Oh, I was too busy trying to think of what to use and then didn't use anything. What an idiot. If I'd have taken Divine Intervention, the whole problem would have gone away. Where's the boss? Oh, damn it. Not got Execution Sentence. Oh, do you know, I remember this one, and I don't remember what happens other than the fact it's horrible things can happen. What do we do with those? Just pull apart? I'm going to use Shield of Vengeance. Use Hand of Light. I mean, actually that's... oh, hell. Divine Storm. Actually, no, Divine Storm won't heal. I haven't got my artifact fully upgraded on this one. Not on my level 110 now. Again, I'm in the very general talents here, not Execution Sentence or anything. I've actually still got Zeal. I really shouldn't have. I should have at the very least. I'll let range take care of that. If it comes near me, I'll hit it. But I seem to remember there's a thing with this boss, but I don't remember what that thing is. Now this is where the Judgment becomes a real problem, because... oh crap, I don't like the sound of detonate, so I'm moving away from that. I'm bubbling this shit, so I don't like it. Hey? I used my Wake of Ashes on it. Didn't give me any holy power. What's going on there? I want to investigate that later on. Why didn't Wake of Ashes work? No. Aha! I remember this. I remember this. Right, Crusader Flurry. Flurry. We'll go with Virtue's Blade, actually. Yeah, we'll go with that. That's fine. I'm happy with that. Try different things out. Holy crap. Let's get some of this vengeance on the go. This is a absolute clusterfuck. I don't remember it being as bad as this before. It's a very long time since I've done this fight. I really don't want... ah, shit! I've just used Avenging Wrath. I nearly fucked it up then, didn't I? Oh, what am I doing? I can use Shield of Vengeance again. Why? I'm panicking now. I'm using my abilities foolishly. Have I got anything else to use? No! That's it. Fucked. I was of no help at all on that. No help at all. I mean, I was thinking of just doing Consecrate, but I'm not 100% confident now that Consecrate would be all that brilliant stacked to Final Verdict, because consecrate, you put it down. In that particular case, it would have been absolutely fine. Mobs weren't moving, but if the mobs move, it's not that good. Oh, I don't like the look of this. Root. Blessing of freedom to your root. Which has now got a longer cooldown. 25 seconds. Possibly because there is a legendary that means when you use blessings on people, it heals them for like a good 20% of their health. So I was thinking you could use Blessing of Freedom actually as a heal, but they've increased the cooldown on it. So I mean, you could still use it as a heal. It just wouldn't be that awesome. Now, I think actually with 2 targets it is probably as well to use Templar's Verdict, because remember the Judgment debuff isn't working. Whoops, just some holy power there. On the second target, it's only on your primary target. I'm going to switch to Blade of Wrath because we've not got very large groups here. Blade of Wrath is a nice... In fact, this actual setup gives me a nice flexible system. So Zeal, even on single target, gives you extra haste at least. Final Verdict, Blade of Wrath, very flexible. Is it because full on mana and we're really low on health? I'm guessing this is a Disc Priest who hasn't worked it out yet. This could be... oh, I don't want to use Wake of Ashes now. Got a boss coming up. Oh well. We are absolutely going to need Judgment to work on secondary targets as well. Otherwise, it's just ridiculous that our Mastery doesn't buff our AoE. Absolute nonsense. I hope they're not going to pull the boss without pulling that trash pack first. Because we've got movement on this boss. Oh my Christ. Right, I'm going to get feared here. Fuck. I haven't got a movement. And then the trash is pulled anyway. Fucking stupid. This is a classic case of where lack of movement is going to be a massive problem. Oh, now, again. See? Fuck's sake. I mean, why would you not pull trap? Right, I've only just made that out and I moved immediately. I mean, okay, I could be using Seal of Light. Divine Steed would be no good, because the problem with Divine Steed is that there are no... that the abilities to, you know, occur more frequently than every minute. Is not getting it. They're not getting full on mana. Like, absolutely full on mana. And it's taking so long to even get into dungeon groups. It's like... There's virtually no one in the alpha signing up for dungeons, and I think the reason is because most of the people in alpha are just looking for new content, and what we've been getting recently, which is good in my mind, but what we've been getting is just changes to classes and no new content as such, and obviously that's not what a lot of people want to be testing. They want to test content. Not knocking Blizzard for it, because I think it is important we get the classes sorted, but it just means we're stuck with this situation. Oh. That I-beam is going to be really awkward in like Vault of the Warden's dungeon, where there's enemy mobs that use I-beams. Knowing which one's a friendly one and you're fine with, and which one's a one that hurts. He's dying again, look. Ah, shit! I How annoying is that? I hate it when that happens. So I've tried to use lay on hands on the tank there. I'm having to do it old-fashioned way because, you know, no add-ons. Too late, but of course my lay of hands goes off on me. I hate it when that happens. Might as well use Seal of Light. Oh, I've got it. Does nothing for my attacks, of course. I'm going to have to use my Justicar's Vengeance. It doesn't do a massive amount of healing. I cannot keep myself up using it. It's not that awesome an ability. I'll keep it on this, actually. I think... Yeah, no. I'll change to Crusader Flurry at least. I'm not sure that Zeal is the haste. I don't think does us that much. And this is just fucking annoying. I ought to at least use my Seal of Bloody Light. Although, God, Bennett. Alright, no, actually, oh God. Shield of Vengeance. That might be just in time. For Christ's sake. Come on, Judgment, Judgment, Judgment. Right, that. Wake of Ashes, get another one off quick. Right. Oh, fucking hell. There's a couple of things that make it so that we're not... that movement's not that great for us. One is the fact that we don't, as I say, have our base movement abilities. I'm having to use Seal of Light to give myself anything. And the other one is the fact that when we put a Judgment debuff down, it only lasts 6 seconds. Look at this. It's wearing out, wearing out. I'm going to get one Templar's Verdict off. Absolute horseshit. Oh, what the hell? What? Oh dear. See, I'm surprised we've actually lasted this long. See, I've just put Judgment on there. It's going to do his thing. I mean, you could argue like in a raid boss fight you'd have timers and stuff like that. But that, I mean, that shouldn't matter. That still means you're going to hold off DPS for a while. Fuck my life, we actually lived. What? Tank's not looking very healthy. I'm gonna die again. Should I? Fuck it, lay on hands. Actually managed to get it off that time. Again, I'd really like to have Blessing of Sacrifice because it's like in the last build, I just don't feel I have anything to help out tank. Blessing, don't even give me Blessing of Kings, it's absolute shit. The absorb that it does is feeble. Mostly with Judgment you get in like 2 out, 2 Templar's Verdicts out. You can sometimes sneak out a 3rd. With Wake of... I'm not using Wake of Ashes. I can't remember where the next boss is. And I want Wake of Ashes for bosses really. That's what I want to test against. Go on, Judgment. holding off. I mean, someone was saying that our Judgment debuff, oh, no, it's not like Colossus Smash now because it only works on our spend as opposed to all abilities, but the same principle applies. We're holding off on using abilities when it's about to come off cooldown. Oh, and just for the sake of doing something, I used a Zeal there when I was on full holy power. Don't do that. Hang on a minute, let's remember, I'm not cleaving off the Zeal here. Not interruptible. Come on, see? It might not actually be better waiting for the Judgment debuff in certain situations. Because I was waiting for quite a while there. And this is not how we're used to Retribution being. We're used to it being, you know, every time you can hit an ability, which is like all the time, you should be doing it. It's quite rapid fire. So it's very likely that I'm not doing it right by holding off there for Judgment debuff. It's a lot more straightforward when using Execution Sentence, but it's also a lot more boring. All right, quick. Switch to something else. Switch to Crusader Flurry. Let's do Execution Sentence on this one. Oh, what am I doing? Completely forgetting to use Execution Sentence now that I've got it. Hang on a minute, what? Oh, I'm lagging here. And I've used Execution Sentence on the wrong mob there. Alright, let's use my Justicar's Vengeance. You see, it does a little bit of healing. It's nothing mad. It's not going to break the bank. Need to lay on hands on myself. Hopefully the healer can look after himself. I'm stunned. Just as I put off a Judgment. This is superb. That's me, I think. Kill me. There we go. Or fake me. This is where it gets awkward. Because I'm attacking something else. I want to put Execution Sentence on the boss. Because that mob won't last long enough. Which means I've also got to put Judgment on the boss. Everything. It's just little things that just don't therefore make sense with the way this works. It's a nice gameplay style. It just doesn't quite make sense. I'm stunned. I'm fucked. My flash of light does fuck all. Justicar's Vengeance. You can see I can't use it to keep myself up in the absence of a healer. Oh my god. Come on, let me out. Judge, and then Justicar's Vengeance for maximum. That's for Avenging Wrath. Now the other thing I wasn't doing there, of course, when people were dying, is switching the Greater Blessing to someone still alive, but I'm not going to worry about that until I've got stuff set up. Yeah, ads. It is really awkward though, because it's like if you go onto an ad and then your Execution Sentence is up and your Judgment's up, and it's like I don't want to use it on the ad because the ad will die quickly. It's really, really crap. They need to sort that out. They do need to sort that out. Not so much with the Execution Sentence, but especially with the Judgment. If the Judgment would only affect things around it, at least the debuff, if we just had the Mass Judgment debuff spreading aspect as either baseline or available as a talent that we realistically take, then that's what we need. Alright, well, it says, like, ads. I mean, could you tank the fucking ads near where we are? And I've used Judgment on the barking thing. This, do you know what? This is not good. This is not a good talent setup that I have got myself for the purposes of switching to ads really easily. Yeah, on this fight probably I should have stayed with Zeal actually. I've got to stay on the boss to at least get the Judgment debuff on. See, I'm being really bad here not switching to the targets very well, but We're wasting the execution. I should have just chosen a different talent setup. I had completely forgotten the way this fucking thing works. Well, that's hardly perfect play, but it should have been okay enough. I didn't get anything. It should have been okay enough to at least look at logs. If the damage looks way down as a result of that, then I don't know. I mean, it's not necessarily easy to tell because I don't have many traits on my Ashbringer. So there's a lot of like damage increase traits for my abilities that are simply not there. It's not easy to tell. I mean, I would caution against just looking at numbers again. But I would be disappointed if it's way off the pace. Because I don't think these will have fully upgraded artifacts either. The thing is as well, you know, what we lose from not using a finisher with the Judgment debuff active will increase the more mastery we have. So at low levels, you could argue get away with it a bit more. Of course, then you could argue... Oh my god. Come on. It's just... sorry, I was distracted there by the fact I was about to die. I suppose at higher levels you might also have higher haste, and it's easier to fit that window. Holy crap. Is this a frontal cleave effect that I'm not really seeing a graphic on? And if so, it's this one that it is. It's this one that's doing it. So that's the one I'm going to attack. Oh god. Do you know what? Let's... oh, I'm wasting that. Do that. Justicar's Vengeance, give myself a little heal. Bubble. Do the same thing again. Justicar's Vengeance. Do not pull that other fucking thing, for Christ's sake. Keep using Judgment, Justicar's Vengeance. Not as much damage, but I'm topping my health up. So, I mean, it's a tight enough ability, Justicar's Vengeance. It's just that in Virtue's Blade again. Let's try Fires of Justice. Go down all the left row. Yeah, I'll go for that. Shall I? I can't remember if there's ads on this one. I'll completely forget. Where's your greater blessing? Why have you been giving up your... Oh my god. But I mean, there's no doubt about it. My AoE will be... Even though they've buffed a couple of AoE abilities, the fact that this Judgment debuff is only affecting the primary target, and I'm using Divine Storm, so I'm not even getting the best benefit on the primary target. Any sort of fight where you're going to be switching ads a lot or doing AoE, the way the Judgment debuff works now is absolute pants because it is only any use for pure single target. Oh, tentacles. Come on. Come on. Attack it. Yes, we know. Why are you put... It's the only thing we can attack. What are you actually... You're shitting me. You really are shitting me this time. Stop stunning me when I've got Judgment debuff on. It's a simple rule. Follow it. I'm just going to YOLO this boss, actually. I'm not going to worry too much about Judgment debuff. I'll still prioritise doing the Judgment debuff where I can. But I'm effectively... I'm not going to wait for several seconds for it. Hold on. I don't know how long this fight lasts, so I'm holding Avenging Wrath until later. There's a very different dynamic depending on which talents you're using. Like, I mean, using two finishers one after the other is not something that happens now, except when you use Fires of Justice, just like that. It's pretty possible, lass. But yeah, we don't have the conviction now as standard. It's just on a talent. Oh dear. I'm not going to get a heal, I don't think, am I? This is where disc, even if the disc was being played well, doesn't shine. There's nothing to it. Very limited in what this player can do. Why am I getting killed? Don't do blood. Oh, we're not used bloodlust. Fuck's sake! I've used my avenging wrath. Fucking hell. Right, hit it really quickly because I am just YOLOing this boss. I'm not trying to pay too careful attention down. Can I not? She fucks off again. Oh yeah, all enhancement shameless nearly. Oh fuck, he's gone. Right, just a car's vengeance. Let's see how long we can keep ourselves up with this. Can I bubble? I can bubble. Now the damage is going to be a lot lower. Can I use lay on hands on him? Yes, I can. I'm now out of things. I'm officially out of things. I'm dead. When you get stuff like this and you can't actually attack something, disc priests are obviously going to struggle. Because the only thing they can actually use are actual healing spells. And they have some of those, but they're not awesome.
It's too far away.
Back. So, for him charging away. But I ain't got movement speed. Oh my god. Don't you dare fucking die. I can't remember how much you have to... Get closer then. No, no. Right, Shield of Vengeance.
Huh. You have merely survived the storm. The seas are unstoppable.
Now the first thing to note when we're looking at the logs is just be a little aware that if you just click on what appears to be a boss, it isn't necessarily that boss. I mean, this penultimate boss didn't take 10.5 minutes. It's including trash in there as well. So the best thing to do is to click on the actual name of the boss. So you can see that this is the section there. And then we can click off it because there are ads on that fight as well. And we can see the overall damage. So if you're going to, if you want to look at the actual damage done on the boss fights, have a look at that. Now if I have a look at myself, what's actually doing the damage, so that's one I use execution sentence on, according to this. Templar's Verdict is now doing more damage than Execution Center. Execution Center is way out ahead. That's not happening now. Now, I mean, I could look at this and probably see that it's not ideal. You can see these are not regular intervals, so I'm not necessarily using Execution Center. It's absolutely on cooldown because there's some slightly bigger gaps here. Then if what I want to have a look at here is during Avenging Wrath. So if I just take the first period here, and what are my most damaging abilities here? Still outright Templar's Verdict. This could be because I'm not... Actually, I did get 2 execution sentences off, although only one of them hit. So I wasn't able to get 2 execution sentences to hit within the Avenging Wrath time, and should I have been able to? It would actually, no, it would have been a bit touch and go. Unless I delayed using Avenging Wrath, perhaps. If I go in, use Execution Sentence, wait a few seconds, then use Avenging Wrath. There's all sorts of things about the opener that I don't necessarily know what is the best thing to do yet. However, what I'm fairly confident about is that I am not playing it badly. I'm not playing optimally necessarily, but I doubt others are. And I have a look at quite a few bosses, and it's not absolutely brilliant. Like if I just, again, let's get the name of the boss up. So this is that particular boss. Now I'm just going to click on myself, because I think this is the one where I died. So even if we take it up to the point where I died, that's me dying. So let's take that. Still not stunning. It's not stunning. I ought to actually do a dungeon on another character and just make sure it's not me being shit. But anyway, have a look at the logs by all means. Just be aware, as I said, that you do need to just show you again how the process will work. So if I reset zoom there, if I go on this, that fight did not take that long because it's not just showing that fight. So what I do is click on the name of the boss, get that actual time period because it's showing the trash after it. The logs don't yet know when the boss fight has ended. Then you can click that off because there may have been ads, and that should give you a look. I'm doing the same damage as a healer here, for Christ's sake. Oh, I died. I did die. I did die. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. And do the same sort of thing on other bosses as well. So if we have a look at this boss, this is one boss where I didn't do very good damage because, oops, sorry. Actually, this one is showing a full boss fight. I think it's that end period at the end. I didn't have my Avenging Wrath up. I think other people have used their cooldowns and I didn't, so I cocked up on that one when it's doing more damage. But have a look through and see what you think. So in terms of my main pros, I think the fact that we've now got Final Verdict and in the last build Blade of Wrath, those are nice, flexible abilities, which if they're tuned right should hopefully allow you to go through a whole dungeon just using those, and it allows you to switch nice and easily between single target, cleave and AoE. That's a real thumbs up. Again, abilities will need tune anyway. I'm not going to worry about too much like which is the most powerful ability right now. There's going to be many tuning passes yet to come, but that is a real positive. The Justicar's Vengeance is a nice ability. You could see at one part there I was able to use it to top myself up a little bit. Obviously my damage is going down there, but on a progress fight or in a dungeon where it gets a bit tough, you can well see how that might be useful. You're not going to be able to spam it. It's not overpowered because it does cost those 5 holy power. In terms of downsides, it's pretty obvious. Our main downside, this build, the new main downside, is the fact that in an AoE situation, our judgment debuff is just not it's not making sense. You know, it's only working on our primary target, and then we use Divine Storm. It's not affecting the others. So our mastery is just straight out not affecting our AoE, which is no good. There's going to be a lot of AoE situations in dungeons, particularly if we're going to be competitive in challenge modes. We're going to need that. Some people have talked about the possibility of it being made baseline. It could well be Blizzard's intention to make it baseline. And when I say baseline, I don't mean what mass judgment was. So I don't mean about making judgment do its damage in an AoE fashion. And I don't mean about increasing the duration of the debuff, which I know some people will miss. What I mean is just spreading that debuff. If they can at least just spread that debuff. You could see I had a terrible trouble on one boss where I need to switch quickly to ads, but it's ads that get burst down very quickly. and I need to make sure that I'm using execution centers and judgment on the boss. Now, of course, I could use macros, no problem at all. But we've got to think about this from the point of view of people who don't use macros, who don't use add-ons. How are they going to be managing with this class? It needs to make sense in a way that you can play it reasonably well without add-ons, without using macros, without using any advanced features. So that's my main new disadvantage. And the two old disadvantages are still there. Mobility, I'm still not happy with. The fact that we don't have a baseline movement speed, which we are now the only melee DPS not to have a movement speed increase baseline. And now the two that we can get through talents, we have to choose one or the other, or divine intervention. It's not even a case of choose this movement speed or this movement speed. It's like movement speed or survivability. That's not good either. I'm not even going to mention greater blessings anymore. They're going to be here. That's all there is to it. They are what they are now. So, hope that was instructive. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And if you don't like, please comment why. And until next time, I'll see you later.